Hey YouTube, someone requested that I do a honest review on the JM M4A1, so here we are. So this is how it comes. Comes with your standard goggles, little bottle for the gels. Looks like a fake hollow sight. Yep, fake hollow sight. Somewhat better than the STD6 one in that it's got a reticle as opposed to nothing, which is what the STD6 comes with. But looks like it has. Looks like it's got maybe an LED inside there that will light that up. Although I can see how it works, it's just etched on the plastic there, so it'll shine a LED into that plastic which will illuminate that reticle. But unlike a proper holographic, that reticle's not actually it's not gonna give you a zero parallax type sight. It's just a shiny green light basically. Oh, I'm assuming it's green, could be red. Yeah, okay, so I guess it's a step up from nothing. It's magazine. Oh, let's have a look at this first. It's the stock. Fairly plasticky. It's got the 6-point adjustable buffer tube, which incidentally is also where your battery lives, down in there. Feels pretty solid, other than being a little bit cheap on the plastic. Let's have a look at the magazine. I like this. This is obviously one of the newer generations. It's got the caliber, what the caliber would be if it was a real magazine. So it's got that printed on it, which is kind of cool. Nice detail. Very similar to the Scar version 2. Don't know why I put that back in there, I'm going to need it again. And then the actual receiver itself. So that's your battery wires. So that'll slide down into the buffer tube. That just slides on there. It's not a lot in assembling it, which is good if you're not into assembly. The front foregrip is all plasticky. It's pretty light plastic. The whole rifle feels pretty light. It's got a little bit of weight in the receiver. Doesn't feel as cheap as the earlier models of the M4 from JM. It feels a little bit more solid than the earlier models. It's got a forward assist button there, which does nothing, but it's pressable, so that's kind of cool. I don't believe, let's hook the battery up and find out. Don't believe it's got a mag prime, but could be wrong. Let's have a look. No, so that doesn't prime the mag, but it does open up this dust cover, which is cute. Makes a cool noise too when you do it. The slide catch is actually a thing, although it doesn't have a slide to catch, but it is actually a little piece of plastic that you can push. Again, you've got your safe semi and auto select fire switch, which doesn't actually select fire because it's a JM Series 8 Generation 8 gearbox. So you've got basically off, where you can't pull the trigger, and then when you slide it about there, that allows you to pull the trigger and that goes into full auto. And from about there to there is all the same. It's not really actually a switch, it's just mouldings for realism, I guess. Let's pop the stock on. Okay, well, I found the first thing I don't like about this. When you put the battery in, you've got to squash all these wires down into the buffer tube so that you can fit the stock on. I'm not a fan of that. Just asking to get the wires caught and jammed in there. Just never good for wires. So, I mean, once it's in, I guess you're alright, but yeah, I think that could have been better done. The Scar's a very nice arrangement with the battery inside there, and a little cover that closes. Alright, let's have a look what else we've got. Nice big front iron sight, and in true Jingming style, no rear sight at all, because apparently that's not necessary. Something I noticed with the Scar as well, it didn't have a rear sight. Odd, but that's how they do it. What have we got? What does this come with? It's got a screw, which I assume is for attaching, yes, it's for attaching the fake EOTech, battery charger, a couple of double AAA batteries, which I assume is for the EOTech, and the muzzle brake, flash hider, whatever you want to call it. It just sits on the end there. Pretty nice. I mean, we know it's got the JM Gen 8 gearbox, so we know it's going to be powerful. There's also, I can tell from in here, you can see it does have a nylon tube. If you've ever seen these barrels up close, actually let me pop this out. Give me 2 seconds. Alright, so after removing 1000 self-tapping screws, you can actually see the nylon barrel, which is a joke. See this? That reverberation, if you can imagine, if you've got this thing firing on full auto, I mean, whilst the plastic does support it a lot more than just being open like this, but like if you've got this thing firing on full auto, you can see this barrel's just going like this. And yeah, so in reality what that does is you end up spraying balls everywhere, roughly in that direction, but everywhere, left, right, center. Same thing with the Scar. If you've watched my video on the accuracy of the Scar, it's yeah, same thing, same gearbox, same basic internals, just different plastic on the outside. But yeah, I think these would really benefit from an aluminium barrel, because this thing's laughable. I guess we should do some tests on the power of this, even though being the JM 8 gearbox, we sort of know what it's going to have. But might as well, seeing as I've got the Chrono now. Let's do that. So I was just setting up the Chrono here, and I noticed something kind of interesting. Still got the barrel exposed, because just for velocity purposes, I don't really need the accuracy, but have a look at this. That's signs of a not very accurate size barrel. One should expect that the ball would stay in the barrel until fired. So I guess, I don't know. Let me get a caliper and let's measure this up. All right. Hopefully we can get this in a position where you can read it. Focus. Okay, I don't know if you can focus. If you can see that, it's largely out of focus. But barrel size is about 7.6, just under 7.59. 7.6, 7.5. Let's call it 7.6. 7.6 millimeter aluminium barrel. Comes in 7.48, 7.49. Let's call it 7.5. So it's like 0.1 of a millimeter tolerance on the barrel. So I think if you had the aluminium barrel, you'd have less of that happening. Either way, obviously a tighter barrel is going to be a little bit nicer on your FPS and your accuracy. Let's get some readings from this thing anyway. 237, 228, 216, 219, 233, 232, 194, I don't know what happened there, 231, 178, 236, 208, 233. I think you're getting the picture. It's the JM Gen 8 gearbox. It's very powerful, straight out of the box. 230s is, it's a good number. It's a powerful blaster. It demolishes cans. We all know this. No surprises. I don't think there's any reason to do an accuracy test because I know it's going to come out the same as the Scar, but it's a good blaster. Buy it and buy an aluminium barrel and you're on a winner. I mean that's without any upgrades. You can easily whack a spring in it and get it up to 300 FPS. And that's probably like $10 for a spring. So good, powerful blaster. Needs to do a little bit of work on the barrel and the accuracy, but I mean these are easy things to upgrade. So what I think I'm going to do with this, I am going to probably keep this receiver, and then maybe I'm going to upgrade this barrel to something different, and maybe change the stock to something different, and see if I can make. Maybe I'll make a nice, powerful sniper type rifle out of it. Somewhere reminiscent of a Mark 12 or something. I don't know, we'll see how we go. I don't know if that's going to work, but hey, subscribe, and when I find out all the deets, I will most certainly make a video and post them up. Very nice blaster though. Very powerful out of the box, and if you're looking for a good starting point, just getting into gel blasters, this is definitely the one to get. Alright, catch you later. Bonus cool feature from the M4A1 is this. You can undo the screws of the handle and access the motor very easily. So if you wanted to upgrade the motor to better one, you don't have to pull the whole gearbox apart to get to it. You can just undo these screws here and pop it out. So that's kind of cool. Slightly easier to get to the motor than the Scar. Just bonus feature, I guess.